Yo, what is up guys, it's FullySpaced here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a really cool stylized automatic sheep farm base. It's a really small little base, underground. You can obviously expand it because it's underground. You can make a massive room as your actual base, but this is more focused around the sheep farm itself and getting it to completely function and look really good at the same time. Obviously, when playing vanilla Minecraft, you're not going to have the nicest sheep farm base until you're later on into the game itself. So, me showing you here how to really bring out your sheep farm and make it look as good as it can. So obviously we're using this as an underground base. I would definitely prefer doing that. Obviously building it above ground will take a lot more time because you've got a lot more to fill out on the outside. Obviously walls already underground, you can't really see behind them because it's just full with other walls. And then as you can see how I was just playing around with the room design and getting a basic start towards it and playing around with this wall and things, and then I was like, do you know what, no, I think the red concrete definitely looks better. I actually got a lot of inspiration from a Mythical Sausage video, I believe, where he tours his Patreon server, and this build looks really similar to someone on his server who built a sheep farm that looks like this, so I took inspiration from that. So if I can find the video or remember their name, I will definitely leave some credit to them in the description for the inspiration. I used the actual front sheep farm design itself for it and expanded on it and changed it in my own ways and just kind of made it a bit more my own. Obviously I will definitely give the credit to the guy who built it, but as you can see here I've just built this little these little pens. So basically along this whole wall will be a bunch of pens with sheeps in, and they are fully automatic and they will get sheared when they're ready, and it will just bring it to the barrel in front there and you can just take it out whenever. So this will always be automated and just be working in your server if you're near it. Obviously if you build it in your spawn chunk, I do believe it will just automatically work. For some reason the spawn chunk's usually loaded. I'm not sure if that still works, so don't hold me to that. I ain't no redstone genius or know too much. But anyway, as you can see here, we've built some little rafters up in the ceiling, some support beams, and there's some support beams holding up the roof. And then we've made this kind of pointy upwards roof with a drop down lantern. I actually got that from the design in the Mythical Sausage video, but later on changed it in the video, as you will see, just to bring it out myself, and didn't really want to copy everything to complete detail. So as you can see here, we built the second pen. I actually have 2 more of these. Obviously you can expand them, but I only done 4 colours because it's really pointless me just building the same thing over and over again. Otherwise it will get very repetitive and boring. Obviously if you want every single colour wall, you're going to probably end up doing that, especially if you want it to look really nice. Otherwise just go with a basic sheep farm if you don't really care what it looks like. But this is just for those who really want a nice looking sheep farm and just a general nice looking underground base here. Now, as you can see, we're using the end rods for light. We've got the clay, no, I can't even think it was concrete, that's the word. We've got the different coloured concretes all around. We've got the support beams with trapdoors, stairs on them, and we just, you know, layer out these buildings. So the top here you want to go by 1, and every 1 block you want to move up by 1, and just bring them in a diagonal until they reach the middle here. Obviously you want to make sure your whole build here is kind of got a center point to it, otherwise when you build things you're going to have very weird looking ceilings and walls. You don't want that. You don't want like 2 wide walls and things. It would just look very wrong. So obviously just building these as a 1 by and making sure everything is the exact same shape. As you can see here, I skipped over quite a bit because for some reason the footage itself didn't record, and I actually have a bunch of floor down and everything now, and I set a nether portal at the end here, and there is a bunch of barrels on the left and right hand side of the nether portal itself where I can use as a storage for my base itself. I actually started decorating the back here behind the nether portal because I didn't want to leave it as just a solid stone wall, so I decorated that so we have a normal nether portal looking here. Then I just quickly went up and changed the ceiling itself, knocked out the lanterns and just put some the full hanging lanterns even, and just put the sea lanterns in the roof just because it looks a lot better in my opinion. Definitely brings out more light. However, the bonus of having the hanging lanterns is it will provide light to a lower point in the room, so your middle point in the room will have a bit more light, therefore potentially stopping any mobs spawning. But I don't think any mobs will spawn because there's quite a bit of light around, so you should be safe there if you do this. So as you can see here, I'm just going to give you a little tour. So this is the main little bedroom. Obviously you can expand on this, but I just purely wanted to focus on the main build of being the sheep farm itself. So we've just got this tiny little room with a 3 by bed, We got some storage in the corner here, and then we have a little aquarium over here where the fishes just seem to be stuck as usual because they don't seem to function properly in this game. When you put them in something, they don't seem to function properly. Obviously, we've got this nice little architectural design going up towards it. We've got our sheep farms themselves, you know, bringing out the diagonal patterns. We don't really want to keep a plain flat wall pattern, it will look quite boring. And then we added some shulker boxes in the corners of each one, just so you can store up as much wool as possible. And once you've done that, you can head up to this little stairway up here towards your nether portal, and there's a bunch more storage for you. Obviously, you could probably go through the nether portal here, and you could have a nether portal hub in the nether or whatever, and then you can go from there and explore the rest of your world. So you could always have this as a second little base if you always wanted to, or just a place to keep your sheep farm anywhere underground. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe for more, and peace.